How did ancient humans actually find love? Okay, but why did your ancestors fall in love without dating apps, without Instagram profiles, without candlelit restaurants, without literally any of the things we think romance requires? Seriously. For over 300,000 years, humans were finding partners, getting attracted to each other, building relationships, and having babies in a world that had none of this. And somehow, we're still here. So, what the hell were they actually doing? The tiny world. Here's the thing nobody tells you about ancient humans. They weren't living in caves. They were living in groups. Small groups, like 20 to 50 people max. That's it. Your entire social universe was smaller than a modern high school classroom. And these people were constantly together, walking together, hunting together, eating together, sitting around fires together. There was no disappearing after an awkward interaction. There was no ghosting, no blocking, no, I need some space right now. If you said something stupid to someone you were attracted to, guess what? You still had to wake up next to them the next morning. Same fire, same people, same conversation. So attraction worked completely differently. Reputation is everything. Today we meet people through carefully managed situations. Dating profiles, curated photos, carefully edited text messages that we rewrite 5 times before sending. We control our image. Ancient humans couldn't do that. In a small tribe, everyone saw you constantly. They watched how you handled stress, how generous you were when food was scarce, whether you panicked during danger, whether you actually helped people or just talked about helping. Your personality wasn't hidden. It was on display all the time. And here's where it gets wild. Anthropologists studying modern hunter-gatherer societies found something surprising. Good storytellers? Funny people? They were considered highly attractive. There's this famous study of the Agta people in the Philippines. Skilled storytellers, the people who could make everyone laugh around a fire, were genuinely more sought after as partners. And they actually had more children. Think about that for a second. The ability to make people laugh might have literally shaped human evolution, because in a world with no money, no cars, no status symbols to hide behind, personality became everything. You couldn't impress someone with your possessions because nobody really owned anything. A prehistoric camp might have fewer objects than your kitchen, so you were judged on behavior. Who shared food? Who stayed calm? Who made people feel safe? These weren't romantic traits. These were survival traits. And that changed everything about how humans chose partners. Romance was communal. Modern dating is about 2 people. Ancient romance? It was communal. Your partner wasn't just choosing you. They were choosing your entire group. They were moving into your tribe. They were becoming part of your social network. Anthropologists studying the Hadza people in Tanzania noticed something interesting. Couples rarely spent time alone together, nowhere near modern standards. Most of their lives happened around other people. So imagine trying to flirt while surrounded by 30 relatives holding spears and cooking roots over a fire. That's ancient dating. There's no privacy. There's no romantic dinner where it's just the 2 of you. It's just constant group life. The freedom to leave. Here's what's wild. For a long time, scientists thought prehistoric humans were extremely violent. Caveman smashing each other with clubs over women type situations. But the actual evidence is completely different. In many hunter-gatherer societies, women had way more freedom choosing partners than we assumed. Among the Juhwansi people of southern Africa, women rejected men they didn't like regularly. Without consequences, divorce was common, socially accepted. If relationships weren't working, people just separated. No drama, no court battles, no custody fights. This tells us something important. Humans evolved to bond, but not necessarily to bond forever. Ancient relationships were flexible. Some lasted decades, some didn't. And honestly, that makes perfect sense. Humans have unusually helpless babies, ridiculously helpless. A newborn horse can stand within hours. A human baby can't even hold its own head up. Raising a human child takes over a decade of constant effort. That's an insane investment. So humans evolved emotional attachment love as a biological mechanism. Love isn't just poetry and songs and whatever we romanticize it as. Love is your brain's way of saying, okay, stay with this person long enough to keep this screaming toddler alive. It's biology preventing exhausted humans from abandoning each other in the middle of nowhere, the village. But here's the thing about human children. They required a village. Humans didn't raise kids alone. Grandparents helped. Older siblings helped. Aunts, uncles, cousins, everyone helped. This is something anthropologists call cooperative breeding, and it might explain why women experience menopause, something incredibly rare in animals. The grandmother hypothesis suggests that grandmothers became so important for raising grandchildren that living longer after fertility actually benefited the entire species. Your grandmother might exist today because childcare was a team project. Wild, right? What did ancient humans find attractive? Some things were familiar. Health, strength, confidence. Yeah, those mattered, but beauty standards were shaped by survival. Body fat, for example. In environments where starvation was common, having some fat signaled health and resources. A scar from hunting signaled experience and bravery instead of imperfection. And smell. Modern humans erase natural smell. Deodorants, perfumes, soaps. Ancient humans didn't. And here's something weird. Your nose is secretly helping you choose partners. Studies show people subconsciously prefer partners with different immune systems than their own. Your smell preferences increase the chances of healthier offspring. Your nose has been playing matchmaker this entire time. You didn't even know it. The campfire. Imagine a prehistoric night, a group around a fire under a completely dark sky filled with stars. No phones, no electricity, no traffic, just conversation, laughter, insects, flames crackling in darkness. Fire changed everything for humans. Before fire, nighttime was dangerous. Humans probably stayed quiet to avoid predators, but fire created safety. Suddenly, humans had extra hours together after dark. During those hours, people talked, jokes emerged, stories emerged, music emerged. Romance basically evolved beside campfires. The ending. Here's the strangest part. Prehistoric humans were probably emotionally similar to us in ways we don't really think about. They loved, they flirted, they got rejected, they felt heartbreak. Archaeologists found ancient burials where humans were laid to rest, holding each other. In some graves, flowers were carefully placed beside bodies tens of thousands of years ago. Someone mourned them. Someone cared enough to stop, grieve, and remember. So underneath all our technology and modern chaos, we're still running ancient software. The human story hasn't changed. It's always been the same. People searching for connection in a dangerous world. And somehow, we always find our way to each other.